Example 8, solve a system using any of the methods, but now it's in a word problem form. So we have Shanice and Jill each improved their yard by planting daylilies and an ornamental grass. They bought their supplies from the same store. Shanice spent $118.60 on 8 daylilies and 6 bunches of ornamental grass. Jill spent $171.60 on 6 lilies and 14 bunches of ornamental grass. What is the cost of 1 daylily and the cost of 1 bunch of ornamental grass? So we're going to highlight key information here. Key information is that Shanice spent $118.60 on 8 daylilies and 6 ornamental grass. And then Jill spent $171.60 on 6 daylilies and 14 bunches of ornamental grass. So we are going to label our variables first. So we're going to call daylilies D. And ornamental grass, we'll call that G. Alright, so we set up our 2 equations. We know that Shanice is going to have an equation, and we know that Jill will have an equation. So Shanice, 8 daylilies, so 8D plus 6 ornamental grass, so 6B. And she spent $118.60. And then we have Jill. She spent on 6 daylilies, so 6D plus 14 ornamental grass. Sorry, this is supposed to be a G. And then equals 171.60. Okay, so we can see that both equations are in standard form. Easiest method to use here is probably elimination. And we can eliminate D. So in order to eliminate D, I'm going to multiply the top equation by -6. And I'm multiplying the bottom equation by 8. Okay, so when I multiply the top equation by -6, -6 times 8D is -48D. And then -6 times 6 is -36G equals, and then we have -6 times 118.60, which is -711.60. Alright, and then I multiply the bottom by 8, so I have 8 times 6D is positive 48D. And then 8 times 14 is positive 112G. And then I'm multiplying by 8, so 8 times 171.60, which is a big number, 1372.80. Okay, so now I can add my 2 equations together. -48D and 48D eliminate, and then I have -36 plus 112, which comes out to 76G. And then I have -711.60 plus 1372.80, and I get 661.20. I have to get G by itself, so I divide both sides by 76. So I have G equals 8.7. And then in order to figure out, oh, that's $8.70 for ornamental grass. And then I have to figure out how many daylilies, or the cost of daylilies. So I'm going to use the 870 and plug it into one of the two equations. Again, it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to plug it into the top one. So I have 8D plus 6 times 8.70 equals 118.60. So I have to multiply 6 times 8.70, which comes out to 52.20 equals 118.60, and then bring down the 8D. So I have to get D by itself, so I subtract 52.20 on both sides. And then I have to get D by itself, so 8D comes down, and then I have to subtract 118 minus 52. So I get 66.4, and I have to get D by itself, so divide by 8 on both sides. And then D equals $8.30 for daylilies. So those are my two answers.